Hello, I'm Craftyandy, and these are my thoughts. The Northman is a great, violent, and trippy film.
I will kill you, Philip.
I wouldn't expect nothing less from the man who directed the goddamn Lighthouse.
There's dirty weather knocking about.
Definitely deserved more than it got box office wise. But there is one thing that kept nagging at me during the film, and that it's the self-importance the main character has about his personal quest. Something that gets reinforced by his visions or perhaps delusions of grandeur.
For whom you shed your last teardrop.
You must choose between kindness for your kin or hate for your enemies.
Your strength breaks men's bones.
Our main character, Amleth, starts off with his father being murdered and mother being kidnapped by his uncle. Amleth swears revenge as he escapes. Fast forward and he's with a group of Vikings that sack a village, enslaving the woman and then burning a number of survivors in a sealed hut. Amleth then secretly brands himself as a slave so he may be sent off to where his uncle is now. In between a number of scenes, he's given divine wisdom, spiritual interventions, and magical weapons. And I can't help but think, why the fuck is this guy so important? Yeah, daddy got murdered, okay, well, how many fathers did his kingdom murder to expand their own human trade, and how many vengeful orphans did you create on your path to vengeance? I was considering the possibility Amleth was hallucinating these visions, as if the way he was wronged in life somehow is a superior injustice to anyone else in this world. Why? Because he's royalty? Now we're getting to the spoiled territory. 3, 2, 1. Amleth has an encounter with his mother who reveals that she was a slave given to his father who conceived Amleth through rape.
Even now you believe the fairy tale I told you is true. A noble bride hailing from the land of Brittany. I never began as his bride. How easily we all become princesses again when the beasts take us for their wives. Yes, you were forced upon your mother. Gunnar was received freely with love.
Which is a great twist and really just takes away even more justification for his vengeance in my eyes. It's just like the story of the movie is telling us he's in the right while the world the movie occupies is just all kinds of fucked up, with no notions made by Amleth to even question the way things are. That's generally how it is though, isn't it? People change while the society we live in remains relatively the same. And that's the major reason why the movie works so well for me. We've seen these period movies romanticized with there being some heroic character that's all like, all people shall be free, or they never believe in anything stupid, or do anything most would consider unethical. On the flip side, there are some people out there fetishizing this shit. They don't care so much the movie is good, just the fact that it's full of weed-eating white people being manly alpha male testosterone pods. Take this Homelander looking fuck. His name is Madison Cawthorn. This Wheeler was a politician for conservatives in the United States. Yes, the ones that want to cut funding to give people with his status any state assistance. Homophobic shit who turned out to be gay himself.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my.
You're digging in his face.
Your ass is on my face. Oh my god.
Yes, I know it's shocking. I bring him up because of the influence he has gained through his money and campaigning, so he can do a speech where he says this.
Our culture today is trying to completely demasculate all of the young men in our culture because they don't want people who are going to stand up. And so I'm telling you, all of you moms here, the people who I said were the most vicious in our movement, if you are raising a young man, please raise them to be a monster.
What the fuck does that mean? To raise them to be monsters? What do you think a generation of adult male monsters would do to a guy who can't even fucking walk, for instance? You ever think of that one? They'd be kicking you down the hill and telling you to pull yourself by your bootstraps. don't get it. Most people I know work a full-time job and have some sort of family they take care of at this point, plenty with kids. Well, sir, I'd love to hire you as a plumber, but I just don't think you're enough of a male testosterone-driven monster. You want them to be raised as monsters so we can have more supermarket and school shootings? I'd say we already have monsters in control of this world. They come in the form of people such as Nestle CEO, who says people claiming water to be a right are extremists, while he engages in slave labor to harvest his chocolate. Instead of advocating for more ways for workers to get better pay, holding oil companies accountable for gouging gas prices who are making record profits, and then block any legislation that could stop it simply because someone with the D next to their name proposed it. Nah, we need to focus on raising a generation of angry Viking wannabes, I guess, so they can bravely adorn a bunch of weapons and gear, huddle up in a U-Haul with the sole purpose to disrupt a pride parade, cause that kind of shit is really gonna help in making life better for the people in this country, right? Get rid of the queers and brown people and the economy will magically get better. Crops will grow extra long and big. Corporations will start paying taxes. Infrastructure will get redone. College tuition will be free. Housing prices will go down. Bunch of weirdo, terminally online fucks that can't think of any worthwhile greater purpose in life. That despite how honestly a world like the Northmen is portrayed in its brutality and harshness, some people can't help but say, yeah, we need to be more like that. Because the ideal way of life is when life tends to end before turning 32 because your neighbor decides his might equals right to take your house and marry your daughter. These are just my thoughts though. Subscribe, share, like, comment me ideas for topics and art. Patreon if you want early episodes, sketchbook access, and high-res downloads. Discord group to interact with me and other creators. Under the group name Horny Jail Alliance. Prints are for sale at the online store. Live streams on the Rotten 8 Creations channel. Some real weird stuff on the Weird Zors channel. Share, subscribe, like I said, goodbye.